Hi everyone, welcome. In this video, I am going to show you how to find a given number is Armstrong number or not. First of all, let us understand what Armstrong number is. A number is said to be an Armstrong number when sum of cubes of its digit is equal to the number itself. For example, let's say there is a number 153. So we wanted to do the sum of cubes of digits of this number. So let's start with the first number. Say 1 cube. Let me write the cube as something. Okay. Let's say, for example, I'll say this as 1 1 cube plus cube of 5 plus cube of 3. This has to be equal to the number itself. So let us calculate this. Cube of 1 is, what's the cube of 1? It is 1 plus cube of 5 is 125. 5 into 5 into 5. 25 into 5, 125 plus cube of 3. 3 into 3 into 3, 27. Now what will be the sum if we calculate? 1 plus 125 is 126. 126 plus 27 is 153. So if you observe here, the given number was 153. Then what did we do? We did the sum of cubes of each digits of this number. Each digit we picked up and cubed it, like we multiplied each digit 3 times by itself and did the sum of all the digits, and then you can see it here. What happened, that was equal to the given number itself. So then we can say call this number as an Armstrong number. Now let us write the program for it. Let me create a new class. We'll call it as Armstrong number. Let me write a method for this. So which checks a given number is Armstrong number or not. So for that, I'll create a method public static void main. I'll name my method as something like Armstrong, check Armstrong, which takes one parameter number. This is the input number. Finally, we are going to call this method from the main method. All right. So first of all, what we are going to do here is we have the number. So we will store this number into some temporary variable where I'll call that variable as original number. Then I will write a loop here. We'll come back to this condition later. First thing, what we are going to do here is we wanted to pick up each digit from this number, as we wanted to cube, as we wanted to cube each digit. So here, to pick up each digit, what we are going to do here is, and after picking up one digit from this original number, so we will be storing that in a variable called digit. And how to actually extract one digit from the given original number. So what we are going to do for that is, this is the original number. We are going to do modulus on that number, which actually extracts the rightmost digit in the given number. That we are going to store it in a variable called digit. Now what we are going to do, we wanted to cube this digit. So cubing in the sense multiplying the digit 3 times to itself. So this is what we mean by cube. And the result, whatever we get it, we wanted to store it into some variable, and then we wanted to actually add it to the sum. So we'll take a variable called sum. What we are going to do here is sum equal to sum plus each digit multiplied by itself 3 times. So what does this mean is, we wanted to finally store the sum of, we wanted to calculate the sum of cubes of each digit, right? So first we will take one digit, we'll cube that digit and we'll store it into some variable. We'll actually take some variable sum where we'll be adding whatever the result we'll get after cubing each digit. We are going to add it to a variable called sum. Finally, what we are going to do here is, we are going to compare this sum with this original number. If both are equal, we will conclude that the given number is Armstrong number, or else we will say that it's not an Armstrong number. All right, so we extracted one digit, stored it in a variable called digit. We multiplied that digit to itself 3 times, and then we added it to a sum variable. Fine. Now for one digit it is done, so we wanted to pick up the next digit now. So how to do that? We wanted to remove the digit which we read just now. So for that, what we can do here is we will divide this number by 10, which actually gives us the quotient of that number. That is, in our example, let us take in this example, it will actually give us 153 divided by 10. It will actually give us 15 as the result in this number. So eliminating or leaving the rightmost digit 3, then what happens? It will again go back to the loop. Then say for example, for now the condition is true, so it enters. It actually again, the number now is 15. So if you look here, I am actually dividing it by 10 and storing it into the same variable number. So this number is 15 now. 15 percentile 10 is when you divide 15 by 10, what's the remainder we get? We get the remainder as 5. Then we'll actually multiply, we'll take the cube of 5, we'll add it to the existing sum, and this process we are going to continue for all the digits. And we are, remember, we are reading digits from right to left. And when do we stop this process is when we are at the last digit. So when we have the last digit, say for example, reading from right to left, we are left with one digit. Then what happens is, when you divide a single digit with 10, you will definitely get the result as 0. That is, your quotient will be 0. So then uh, that is our condition. Then we should be stopping the loop and should come out of the loop. So let me write that condition here. We'll be looping this, we'll be continuing this loop till our number is greater than 0. Once it becomes 0, so then we know that we are that is the last digit left. So we'll continue, we'll only continue with that digit, and then the next time we'll not be doing that. It has to always be, number has to be always greater than 0. Only then we will enter into the loop and perform this process of dividing it by dividing it by 10 and taking the remainder, multiplying it the same digit by 3 times, and then we'll add it to the sum. This process will continue till this number is greater than 0. All right, now we are done with the process. So we have the sum now, sum of the cubes of the sum of cubes of the digits of the number. Now what we are going to do here is we are going to compare this sum with the original number. If sum is equal to original number, I am going to write a return statement here. Okay, let us return this result. So this method is going to return a Boolean value. So either if it is, we are going to return true if this condition is true. So for that, I am going to use ternary operator here. So you can see return, if sum is equal to original number, is it equal, then we are going to return true, or else we are going to return false. And finally, we are going to call this method from the main method. And how do we get this number? Let us read using scanner class object. So for that, let us create scanner class object, import the scanner class from Java util package. Then we wanted to read next int, so integer, right? So we'll use next int method. We'll store this into a variable called number, and this will pass it to our method. And just for readability, we'll just write some statement like enter a number. Now let us execute this. Let's give the same example, 153. Okay, we are going to return this, right? So then we have to hold this value. Let's say for example, if I'll put this condition here, so that what happens, if we observe here, this method we are calling it, passing the entered whatever number is provided in the console, we are actually passing it to our method. So what does our check Armstrong method does? So if it is Armstrong number, it is going to return true, or else it is going to return false. So that condition we are going to verify it here. So if it is true, then it should enter this if loop, and it should say that given number, what's the given number? We have that in a variable called num. We'll say that is Armstrong number. So if the condition is false, then the given number is not Armstrong number. Now let us execute. So you can see given number 153 is Armstrong number. Let us verify for some other numbers. Say for example, I give it some 200 or some 256. So you can say given number is not Armstrong number. So there are like some other Armstrong numbers. Let us try with them. 371. You can see given number is Armstrong number. As 3 cube 7 plus 7 cube plus 1 cube will be equal to 371. So it says 371 is Armstrong number. So this is how we can find if a given number is Armstrong number or not. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.